a certain law, right? But secondly, we've also told you that these families are already involved in the court process, right? Where in the court process, these families can be witnesses, right? They can still hire lawyers to uphold this kind of justice. That's the reason why they do so in the first place, right? The reason why they want to hire lawyers is because they want the whole case of the whole murder case to be to have justice, right? But now when you let these families pardon on their own, we think that justice is not even there, even if these families feel the most pain, right? Even if, right, we think that the decision of the family, even if the decision of the family members does not cause any harm, catering to Shariah's POI over there, we think that we still want to uphold justice, and justice should be upheld by the court itself. Why, right? Because we think that it's the government's responsibility to protect the victim's justice as a whole. We believe that the court is a neutral body, and the law should be equal in no sense, right? We think that the law, there should not be biasness in the law, where there are certain cases where even your own family members kill another family member. Like for example, if I kill my own brother, my family can just pardon me just like that without going through the court process. And we think this is very harmful, right? Because we see that even in status quo, where there was a mother who killed 3 of her children by using a rat poison, right? Even if it was a family member and she did it on the intention that she didn't want her children to suffer due to hunger, we still think that justice was still upheld there when she was hanged in the end, right? Because we think that murder is something very big, right? Something very harmful, not only to yourself, right, but also to society, right? So before we move on, yeah.
If the family decides that it can best get rehabilitation by forgiving these murderers, then why not?
Thank you. Okay, let's go to the next issue, right, which is rehabilitation, since I want to cater to Shariah's POI. Now, Mr. Speaker, we believe that even if that's the best way for you to rehabilitate, we think that status quo already allows you to pardon these murderers, right? But there's certain processes that you have to go through in status quo. We've told you on how the state has to pardon, can pardon, the king is allowed to pardon, right? But we believe that this all goes under the way of justice, right, Mr. Speaker? We think that everyone is taken into consideration when you want to pardon a certain criminal, right? When you want to pardon a certain murderer. We think that rehabilitation happens in status quo as a whole, right? And we think that when the court upholds a certain punishment towards the murderer, we think that's already a form of rehabilitation to the family members, because they've already felt justified, right? That they died, they got equal punishment with the murderer that they have done, right? But we think that rehabilitation for the murderers will be more on our side, because now you allow these murderers to rehabilitate inside the inside the jail, right? Inside prison, right, Mr. Speaker? So we think that rehabilitation happens in both family members and murderers in our side. But now let's move on to the last issue on deterrence, right? Now they told you on how now murderers would know that forgiveness is very important. Now we feel that, yeah, I mean, like, murderers feel that murderers know that forgiveness is very important even before they commit a murder. But they do commit murders not only because of revenge, but it's because of other things, right? For example, manslaughter. We think those are the type of murders that happen in status quo, and we believe, right, that there are even some kind of murders that are done just for fun, right? Because you can just poke a knife and twist the person and he dies, right? But we think that deterrence can happen more in many other ways, right? In status quo, there's already deterrence for these murders, and we think that because of the long court process and because of the hanging system, right? We think that that creates a better deterrence for these murderers. Now we believe that in your paradigm, in the government's paradigm, there's less deterrence that will happen, because this will be a shortcut for you to get out from this punishment, right? For you to be aware of, for you to be released from this punishment. Now we know that now if you can cry and beg for pardon back to the family's toes, right? To ask for forgiveness. Therefore, yes, you can just go out just like that without having a justified punishment for what murder you have done, right? We think that murdering is something very big and something very harmful, right? And it's not just like you steal, but something that you lose someone's life, you take away someone's life, and we think that's very harmful. So what have we told you on the government side, right? We've told you, opposition side. We've told you on how it is a tipping the justice system, right? On how now when you allow these families to pardon, now you're just undermining the jury, you're undermining the court process as a whole. Because what the court upholds is justice, and harmful not only for the family members itself, but also for other parts of society. When my first speaker has already told you, I mean my first speaker has already told